somebody suggested AP Yorick belongs in prison, okay? And it made me chuckle a bit, and I was a little bit surprised. So we have to talk about it, okay? Welcome to this top lane match, and it's, again, gonna be AP. Although, if I lose early, I'm gonna get Iceborne first, and only then Liandry's. But still, it's still gonna be AP. But it is my version of AP. Usually when people do AP, they stack ability power, but I do this, it's like the same way junglers sometimes build it. They have Liandry's, they have Liandry's, and then they, okay, let's freeze it. They have Liandry's, and then they build tank items. Let's smack them real quick. And that's my version of that. It's like a Nuno or a Swain version of an AP character. But talking about whether or not it belongs in prison, it's I was a little bit surprised, but it made me chuckle. But again, a little bit surprised. Okay, because why is he in prison? He's not done anything wrong. Yes, I'll have lost some LP now, but that was just because I wasn't locked in. So I have a proposition for you guys. Okay, because if that comment was there and it had 0 upvotes, likes, I would think, oh, somebody said a joke about AP Yorick being in prison. Because the joke was, I said that it belongs top, maybe, and someone said that he belongs in prison. That was the full joke, okay? Now, I have this proposition because a lot of people agreed. Or they laughed at it. I actually don't know. So the proposition is this: if 20 games time now for the next weeks, I will play Yorick AP, and if my win rate goes below 50% at any point, no, not at any point, but in 20 games, okay, I'll stop. I promise. But that's starting from this game, okay? Because I wasn't locked in before. I didn't know what is what. I was experimenting with other stuff, like I was getting Rift Maker, I was getting Rylai's, etc. Okay, interesting. Ooh, how does he know? Did he really word it? Yeah, he's a good player. I like it. And also, it's like playing AP Yorick is like starting a completely new character. So it's like I need to lock in the game style, because I was doing the Smash build before, and I would say I got stuck with it at around 150 LP, and I would say I couldn't go higher. And I think even though the start has been rough, okay, with for this AP, I still think that if you, I actually don't know. It's just gonna be an experiment, okay? If the climb stops sooner, I promise I'll stop. I'll go back to smashing, okay? But if the climb continues, you know, interesting. Nah, I forgot about his shield, man. Really siphoned off that ignite from me by using that shield. That was kind of dangerous, because if I had lost more health, I would risk having to not being able to go back. Okay, can I get this? Can I get this? Yes. He does have TP though, which is really not great, which means that I will lose a bunch here. I have to, I think this one, and then I leave, yeah. Well, the ghouls actually last hit something, yeah. I only lose the casters, which is at least something, you know. It's not that bad. I almost definitely have to start Iceborne against this guy, because he bought something that is really tough to deal with as AP. I would say it's one of the, if not the worst case scenarios, is when a wind man, either of the wind men, if he buys this item that gives you lifesteal, okay, blocked my screen for a second there, but I still won that trade, interestingly enough. Okay. Sorry, man. Windman is almost the worst case scenario for you if you want to build a, okay, if you want to build a, where is it, the AP build, because he bought the Vampiric Scepter, and Vampiric Scepter almost like solely counters all the poke. Not all the poke, but it's way harder. You know, he can play really safe with it and survive under tower. So you do not want that. You do not want that. So yeah, again, I think it's fair. If you think he belongs in prison, I'm gonna give you that opportunity to put him in prison. Because if I lose, if I, again, please allow me to kind of wipe the slate clean. Now I'm locked in. I have a theory about how it's supposed to be played. And if in 20 games time, including this game, he turns out to be a horrible thing and I lose LP, and keep in mind I'm Diamond 2 now and I used to be much higher. So if I can't climb here, it means that he is way worse than the Smash build, okay? And I promise you I will keep him and put him in prison, and apart from any kind of breaking changes, I will not play him again. Okay, what are you... Oh man, he's here, isn't he? Oh god, what are you doing, bruh? This was incredibly lucky. Though, maybe I could have done it even without this. And Peter will be especially happy about this, because he's been saying for a while that Comet runes are very good, even if you don't go those lethality builds, you know. He's been saying that. So, that's what I've been kind of... is he here? No. There was something on my screen that looked like his TP or something. Okay. And I discovered that. I kind of noticed that, hey, you know, if you get these items, it's pretty good. Now, also one more thing, you might think that this doesn't count as AP, but I have to count it because my theory involves getting tank items plus Leandries. And whoops, Chitombe. Man, how? What is the cooldown on? Oh, he doesn't. So if he just, it doesn't go on cooldown if he dies midway, right? So he didn't actually use it last time. Okay, fine. And I would say this has to count. You know, it's AP poke, AP poke. The one thing I want to ask from you is to allow me to build something as the first item, just to not completely lose against these guys when they have this vampiric scepter. Because my theory is that no, you can't do that. But other than that, it's AP Yorick. You know, I think it is clear that it's AP Yorick. If you will look at the damage den charts, you will see that yeah, it is. It is. Okay. There we go. Smacked him. It's actually, you know, maybe you could call it Comet Yorick, Poke Yorick, I don't know. Maybe you don't think that this type of AP Yorick should be in jail. Maybe you think that only the Leandries version should be in jail. In any case, if I build Leandries first, I'm gonna get this second. Almost always, in almost every game. Apart from having like crazy AP in the enemy team, I'm almost always gonna get the Iceborne. So it's the same build. It's just that the first two items are switched places. That is my my theory about this. So I do hope that Netanyahu bless. What does that mean? No idea. I do hope that you accept my terms, and I promise you to put him in prison. Okay? Because I was shocked. I read that. I thought, hey. People really want him in prison. They want him to be waterboarded, because maybe he owes you some answers about where did the LP go. There was also a comment that said, "Hey man, I had a horrible time mid. This is horrible. You shouldn't, almost it didn't say that, but almost like the vibe was that you shouldn't broadcast any of this." Actually, I think he did. Oh. Jeez. Release in Maiden? Oh my lord. This was a good Maiden release. Is he? Nah, he's going there. I don't care about that. I'm actually really curious. What do you think? This is the time to write a comment. What do you think? First of all, does this count as AP Yorick? In my book, it does. Well, okay, right now, it's not AP. But it's gonna be, okay? It's gonna be. And second of all, yeah, do you accept terms? Now, I shouldn't proxy probably like this. Even though she just cleared the top, so you probably shouldn't proxy if you're ahead. So you're giving this guy free farm, I think. Okay. But if you think that I should start with Leandries, we cannot count this game, and I will play next game, the next upload that I do, the next game that I play, will go into those 20 games. 20 games, Leandries first. So if you think that this doesn't count, okay, fine. But if you give it to me, and I ask you to give it to me, that I can swap the positions of those two items, I'll be happy, you know. But it is a democracy in this case. It's gonna be. I promise you. I'll see the comments, I'll read the comments, and I'll okay. game recognized game. I gotta be careful not to get ganked now. Is that flying towards me or towards the bot lane? Probably the bot lane. How did she hit that there? I'm a little bit, you know, I don't like it. Smack. Look at this. There was a trade where I took a tower shot where he lost 50%. Well, I'm a little bit fed, so, but still, I'm telling you, this is something that I'm not used to, this gameplay, because it's a little bit different with this mana flow band and stuff. Hey man, you're gonna lose more. Okay. Careful, careful, careful. But there is a lot of merit towards, hey man, I could... Okay, careful, Maiden, please don't die. Would be really cool if she didn't die. Wow. Those minions really should work here. Because you might take away from this match that tank Yorick is actually a OP, not AP Yorick. Oh god. How much does he have here? There's that bush. I'm going in that bush. There we go. Yeah, these guys... I really hope they don't surrender before I even buy my first AP item, because honestly, when I started playing, I intended on playing AP. I just saw Yone and I saw what he bought and I thought, no, I'm not going to go down that path again. So yeah, I'm curious, what do you think? Do you accept my terms, or do you think that something's being unfair here? Because I feel like the plan is pretty good. I feel like the plan is pretty good. And then once and for all, I'll make... There was a comment a while ago where someone says I need to make an announcement for people to stop playing AP Yorick, and I will make an announcement, an official announcement on my channel. Can I get him actually? Oh god. Well. But still, he has to go back. If he stays, he dead. I think. That's what I think. Yeah. Didn't need to flash though, but sometimes, you know, the fingers tingle. Sometimes the fingers tingle. And I realized that there's a lot of AP Yorick fans out there, but there's a lot of haters. It's interesting that society has been split on this issue. The Yorick society, the underworlds of the Isles, has been split on this issue. Are they both coming here or what? Nah, they're going mid. Okay. I think Briar is the only master player here in this lobby. Everyone else is diamond. Although I'm not sure, I should... Okay. Twisted Fate, I'm sorry about this. I think you get smacked. Okay. Mr. Twisted Fate. Getting smacked. 7-0. Guys. I think it's AP. I think it's the AP part that is good. But maybe the runes are doing the heavy lifting, the Comet runes. Okay. Because yeah, again, I do not believe that you can play this AP Yorick without building Iceborne first. I don't believe you can do that. Please tell me he did. Was he trying to swipe that sword, that shield from just grass? That doesn't work. That does not work. Okay. But yeah, I fear that the consensus of is gonna be that that you want me to rush Leandries, and if you want me to rush Leandries or not build any tank items at all, then I'm not gonna do it. Then yeah, that thing belongs in prison. I don't care. But if you allow me to say that AP Yorick is actually this type of Yorick, where it's tank split with this, I will say I will take it, the challenge, you know, and we'll put this matter to bed, to rest. Okay. Do we have a possibility to win this, or is it 5 versus 3 here? It is kind of a... Okay. And I'm not sure what exactly the third item should be, but I kind of locked into the idea that... Oh, I might die here. Too many people. Please. Let me heal this. Let me heal this, boys. Somehow he died from the ult. That's cool. That is kind of cool. So, the items that you see in my inventory right now, that's more of the thing that I'm thinking about. When I think that this AP Yorick is a good, theoretically a very good choice. It's again, this is the only thing that does AP, and then everything else makes you survive more, run around more, you know, do all that stuff. Okay. And I'm not sure that I'm gonna upload every game of those 20 games, but I am going to, you know, all of the games that I play are gonna be that from this moment on, this AP build. Okay. Oh, I might die here because I don't have any help. Yeah. Let's see. Yes, but I do have flash. I might have to flash soon. Lucky for me, I have so much tankiness that I just survived this. But is it worth? Okay. Well, it was a little bit weird. They got a good moment because of my running around. Okay. But yeah, these items that you see now, in different orders, that is the build that I want to have this challenge on. Okay, I didn't know she's gonna stop. Did I? Okay. Gotta be a little bit careful because I still have a bounty, or as someone says, awards. They said that awards 350, and that's actually a verb, and that makes sense. Yeah, well done. Because I thought it means awards, like awards ceremony, you know, something like that. Okay, mister. There's no way he wins this, right? Yeah, there is not. There is not. And what's also one of the reasons I'm really liking this is because oh, they want me to TP. So okay, it's just because very often when I'm fed as other builds, I'm still afraid of these guys, you know, because they have these items that really work against Yorick who has health. So yeah, thanks for watching this, and I'll see you next time.